When I was younger, I used to admire intelligent people. But as I grow older, I admire kind people rather than intelligent people. Fellow speech builders, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Did you ever ask yourself, how can I win a place in people's hearts? A wise man once said, when you were born, the world was smiling and you were crying. Live in such a way that when you finally close your eyes, you will be smiling and the world will be crying. That reminds me of our friend Fernando Po Jr. He didn't become the President of the Philippines, not a senator, not even a mayor, but he lived by the wise man's advice. And when he died, almost all Filipino people paused along the streets and in their houses to see his funeral procession. Tears were on our cheeks, and to him it was said, the world is sad without you, Fernando Po Jr. How about you? How do you live your life? Do you include abusive words in your speeches, thoughts, feelings, sounds, and actions? Would people want you, miss you, and remember you when you're gone? Or would people smile and say, the world is better now because you're gone? Life is too short, and unless you spend your days wisely, you'll find it hard to win a place in people's hearts. Many people lived 100 years or more, yet they died unwept, forgotten, and unsung. But our friend Fernando Po Jr. spent only 65 years of his life on earth, yet he wins a place in people's hearts. You don't need to become the President of the Philippines, or a senator, or a mayor, or a millionaire to serve. You may not be rich in money, but you are surely rich in kindness. For kindness is the language which the dumb can speak, the deaf can hear, and the blind can see. If God has been kind enough to give us a good life, then we must also be kind enough to help those around us give a good life too. If God has made us physically able, then let us help those who aren't. When the king of the Philippine movies, Fernando Po Jr., the world boxing champion, Baby Lerona Sr., and the mother of the Philippine Toastmasters Club's District 75 Governor, Baby Luwat, were still on earth, they shared with us their kindness, hope, and love. That brings me to the story of the pig and the cow. The pig asked the cow one day, why is it that people like you better than me? You give milk, I give pork, don't I? The cow nodded and said, oh, that's right. But you give only meat when you're dead. Me, I give milk while I live. Fellow speech builders, distinguished guests, Friends, ladies and gentlemen, do you want people to love you while you're alive and remember you when you're gone? Then, share your kindness instead of rudeness. Share your hope instead of hopelessness. And share your love instead of hate. For that's the art of winning a place in people's hearts. Back to you, speech builder of the evening.